G'day, this is Captainoob and this is the HK-416. This is a high quality standalone customizable rifle type weapon that is injected into the level list, so if you download this thing you should be able to find it easily enough. The trouble is actually downloading it. Anyways, we'll get into these attachments right here. So first of all, we've got the receivers as always, and of course you go all the way up to advanced. You've got automatic and semi-auto receivers going up to that, but if you can go above that with the special receivers, which do a little bit more damage than your automatic, then your advanced, sorry. So you've got the advanced auto receiver doing 156, while this one, the special auto, will do 172, so we'll definitely do that. And of course you can change the barrel size. The shorter barrel will increase hipfire accuracy as well as VATS efficiency as usual, but we want to keep a little bit more range, so we'll just leave it on the standard barrel. Now for the stocks, this actually changes the foregrips on the weapon, so you can have an angle grip if you choose the tactical stock, or a foregrip type thing if you choose the assault stock. So we'll definitely chuck on that, and that'll actually change your first person animations. Your front hand will actually grip onto that, which is kind of nice. And as for the magazines, there's only one there, and it's just a quick eject mag basically, so we'll chuck that on. Now for the sights, you've got standards and glowies. You've got hollow sights with laser pointers. A couple of these has laser pointers, which is pretty good, but there's an EOTech sight. We always go for EOTechs here, so we'll definitely chuck that on. Next up, for the muzzle bits, we've got compensators. We can have an advanced compensator, which makes it more tactical, I guess, or a suppressor, including a stupidly long one and the phantom one. Now I recognize this one from all of those modern weapon mods, and it's never let me down, although it is actually quite inferior. We get a little bit less range out of it, although it's pretty much negligible. Next up, we've got the flashlight on. If we want, we can chuck a flashlight on it. That'll probably just replace our Pip-Boy light as a nice spotlight, so yeah, why not? And we can actually change the camo on this, and because winter's a goth, we're going to leave it black, but we'll be seeing some of these camos used by other people. And of course the legendary effects exist if you really want to boost this thing's damage, but doing 215, sorry, we should be doing quite good enough. So I'm going to make another semi-auto version with a scope. Hopefully we can use this thing as a sniper weapon, get those knockdowns, and we'll move on to the immersive Gunner's Plaza. Okay, so I usually don't record outside of Gunner's Plaza. I usually just kill everything and go in there and start recording, but no, this is immersive Gunner's Plaza, and you might have noticed some changes from the start here. This whole thing is closed up instead of having gaping holes on the side there. This place is more like a fortress, and I'll tell you this much, this place is going to be crawling with gunners. There is going to be so many. So in that case, I'll just throw away my phone because it vibrated. I don't like having that shit interrupt my videos. And we've brought a few friends with us. Captain Bridget, who is possibly a gunner at this point. There's Phoebe's there. We've got Raine and Matilda. So we've got the whole sort of bunch around here. So we're probably going to be having a little bit better chance with our numbers here, because I tried this once before solo. It took like 10 minutes, even though I wasn't using these things with sneak attack criticals constantly. But anyways, we'll go ahead and take some psycho just to compensate for the loss of our glorious Lone Wanderer damage, and then we'll start shooting some gunners. Yep, winter's ready for it, so are we. So we'll just go ahead and okay, the stupid blood bug got into us first, but we'll go ahead and just sneak attack critical here. This is the one major sort of little part of the Gunner's Plaza which you can easily shoot through, and they can't really shoot you back through here. So okay, we're detected now, so we'll probably have people running at us. So whilst my companions are distracting them there, and fire engulfs everything because that I guess that Molotov is overpowered, we'll go ahead and start shooting these people. Also, you've got a weapon that is very loud, so we'll have to drop you nice and quickly. And you may have noticed that some of these gunners look different, and that is because I have installed mods that actually make gunners look different. So we're not going to be dealing with shooting Todd Howard's ex-wife all day, every day here. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of variety now. So In terms of this thing's damage, it seems to be going well. One of our followers is down. Hopefully, we'll get some of our companions to revive them there. I've made sure that everyone's got stim packs, I think, so we should be good for that. And looks like my companions have rallied around this section. There's Phoebe taking the left side with me, or the right side, depending on what. I think Matilda just went down. Too bad for her. We're a little bit busy taking on gunners now. And as you can tell, these are all like high-level dudes too, like proper commander-type gunners. So these guys are no joke, but yes, this is probably one of the hugest battles I've had with the gunners, and it's about time these gunners actually started pulling their heads in and getting us arming Gunners Plaza better in general. So we'll quickly just revive Bridget and Matilda by stim packing their hair, and now we're good to go again. Okay, looks like Phoebes is going in for the revive there. I think Raine might be down. And looks like they're even flanking us too, because there's that many of them. Also, I hear the gunner with that Gauss rifle. I think Raine was taken down by this commander, so we'll just quickly drop him and his disgusting man bun there, and we'll spray down this one. So the recoil on this is super easy to control, which makes the weapon fun, but if you don't bother to control this thing, it does actually do quite a lot of damage. Also, that AA-12 is super loud and super intimidating, and we'll get to that one later, I guess. And we're about to go into Nerd Rage here, which is great. So we'll just, there we go, and we'll just drop that guy with a little bit of VATS criticaling, because I don't really have the best line of sight on him. And we'll jump through this bush here and hip fire this gunner there. Very nice hair. You've got a good stylist here. Maybe you are the stylist here at Gunners Plaza. It's a whole quality of life upgrade for gunners all around. Ah, that looks like a regular gunner. That would be the one with the tactical Gauss rifle. I think we're getting some revives happening here. We'll just stim pack. I think Raine's still getting shot at. That's fine. We've got some of our health back now, so we can tank a little bit more before going to Nerd Rage again. We'll just quickly spray that gunner down there. Pretty good accuracy even with the hip firing, which is good. We'll turn our flashlight off to go into stealth mode against this particular gunner. And as you can tell, these guys seem to be spawning out of, I don't know, nowhere. They're just, I guess they're calling him in via radios, because if you listen to some of the holotapes that are in Gunners Plaza, you know that these guys have access to it, which is kind of strange because no one else does, unless it's like the radios that the Minutemen uses, but that's more of an overview thing and not like a two-way radio system where they communicate via comm. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It looks like we've cleared out everyone on the ground. It's just the rooftop campers that remain. So in a way, this kind of reminds me of Battlefield 4, which is making me feel a little bit nostalgic, I suppose. Okay, so now we've got a gunner commander over there. A lot of commanders. The gunners have actually decided to get their shit together and arm this place to whatever they want to. Okay, so we just got hit by the... That's right, Raine. That's how it's done. So we're about to go into Nerd Rage once again. I don't think the screen is blurring yet. And damn it, we actually accidentally procced that too early. Those guys look like they're being hit by cryo weapons, which is interesting. Basic gunner, that must just be the apprentice. Also, there's a couple of people in here that can't get out because they are locked in by a novice lock, and for some reason that thing doesn't unlock. So we'll just quickly crack that open. Man, I wish I had a shotgun breaching team. Maybe if I wait for them to get up here, they'll just appear. Also, there's a little shack there. Interesting. Ah, looks like my breaching team just appeared behind me, or at least two of them. Alright, you ready for this?
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
That's why you don't screw with the gunners.
I think we're supposed to fold in like this. I'm not a military tactician, but yeah, I think that's how we're supposed to do it. Okay, so that's the exterior of Gunners Plaza cleared, and let us know what you think of that. Maybe too much of a clusterfuck, and I have to grab companions to deal with it, and make sure I don't take all day with it. But yeah, that's what it's like. That's the immersive Gunners Plaza exterior. There's still the interior to go. We're not going to enter through our usual way, which is through the door just below here, because there's gunners pretty much waiting for you, and we won't get the chance to sneak attack critical them. So instead we'll go ahead and go through the usual doors. Okay, so here we are in Gunner's Plaza at the front door there, all nice and ready to sneak, and yes, we've got a... Oh, that's... Okay, that's something wouldn't want to see whilst rounding a corner if you were a gunner. Anyways, excuse the frame rate droppage here. I've just noticed this place seems to be pretty terrible for that, just like that. I think some of the physics objects or some of the objects in the room just seem to be a little bit on the duplicated side. We might see duplicates of a bunch of things. Also, would you crouch, Phoebe, because we got to stay hidden here. So right now we've taken probably the bad place to go because now we're in a gunfight where they've got the high ground. So yeah, it's going to be a hard fight there. Also, one of them's got a deafening AA-12 on them. I forgot the name for a second. I was about to say AR something, but no, it's AA-12. But we're dropping them pretty nicely there. We've got a whole fire team with us, which is great. And yes, we've even got some plasma grenades going in. I'm not sure if they threw that or it was us, but a whole bunch of bodies flew up, which is great. Raine's giving us tactical advice, and then Phoebe's being a bit of a coward, saying, "Keep him off me." So that's interesting. I don't think Bridget's got anything to say, probably because they're like, hang on, isn't she already in here? Why is there another one? And to be honest, I'm questioning the same thing. We'll just triple crit that guy there, and now he is dead, and see if we can't hit that other guy. Cover me, says Raine. I am covering you, suppressing fire and stuff. See, Raine's getting into it. She knows what she's doing. She lives for this shit. But you know what? I think... Oh, Phoebe, settle down. I think what we need... Okay, looks like we cleared him out first of all there, and we'll move on to this little center section here. Unfortunately, this place isn't crawling as much gunners as other place. That was another gunner and wasn't Phoebe. And yes, there is the... Ooh, that one's having a dart inside. She also looks like a raider. It's a very eccentric gunner there. So we'll just quickly drop the fake Bridget and get onto killing some of these gunners. And that turret isn't there for some reason, which is interesting. And we should probably be luring them some of them out at this point. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now we're luring them in now. You might have noticed that some of the female gunners do look a little bit like supermodels, and that is because I got, as well as the more settlers and enemies mod, I've actually got the beautified gunner mod on, so some of them are looking a little bit more attractive than what you'd expect for the regular gunners. And of course, this is the point where I say the frame rate is bad because all of this nonsense. I have no idea why that's there, but this room is just full of these things. Also, that just looks like a younger version of the regular gunner we see, with a little bit better feminine features there, which is kind of weird. Anyways, we'll quickly round this corner here and finish off the rest of them. And maybe some of the gunners that were originally in here ran out during that whole first section there. Also, that is a big gun on you. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with whatever that was. And we can quickly kill you. Are you kidding me? She's probably commenting on my aim there. How did you miss that, she says. And yes, what was that weapon? That was a SO9. That's a big ass shotgun. We'll probably get to that one later. But anyways, this turret's already dead. I didn't kill it. Maybe it just blew up because of all the physics objects around, and that turret's also already dead. So what have we got left around here? I'm spotting flashlights. There's some people here. We'll just quickly drop them. Easy as pie with a sniper rifle. Bridget comes along and finishes the last one. Another brigadier in here. High level gunner. Wow, you are just dropping them. It's almost like you hate gunners, but yep, that seems to be about it for Gunner's Plaza there. We're finishing where we usually start, which is great. We've even got that little bit of victory combat music there. Don't know where everyone's gone. Maybe they're just sweeping around, make sure we got all of them. But I've got telekinetic abilities to say, yeah, we're hidden. Okay, we'll move on to something else. We'll bring our fire team with us. Okay, so there's Swan over there, but you know what, before we do that, we might as well have a look at this gun in third person a little bit, and luckily I've got my companions with me to help me do that. So the weapon looks pretty decent there. It's got a few cool camos on it, which is good. In first person, you've already seen that, and yeah, it's a pretty good weapon model. I believe this thing is ripped from Black Ops 3 again, so there you go. They've got some sort of weapons of this day and age on there, but obviously upgraded to look a little bit more futuristic in some areas. Also, I've got a stupid mod on that makes your character dirty over time. I don't think it's made any changes. I think I'm going to uninstall that because I keep accidentally installing it because I like to experiment with mods that I find on the... Also, Raine, get out of the way, come on. I like to experiment with mods that I'd get on the Nexus sometimes. Some of them are quite interesting, and it's a little bit immersive to get yourself dirty if you're trudging through the wasteland, but yeah, it's one of those mods. It's like, okay, it's a fun gimmick, but it gets kind of weird when you actually sort of have to shower your character and do nothing but watch as your character showers to clean off the mess, or go ahead and swim in the water, which is probably super dirty anyway, and then your character would just strip down naked automatically and then progressively get cleaner. So that was kind of weird. That's when I realized I may have gone too deep, so yeah, I'm probably going to uninstall that mod. But anyways, this mod is interesting, isn't it? It's one of those I think they call them paid mods over on Gun Network, so it's like a little bit like Todd Howard's thing, except it's ripped assets from another game, so I guess that's illegal, I don't know. Okay, we'll finish off this video just with a little bit of Swan attacking with the crit, and seem to be doing pretty good damage there. If you've been looking at the damage numbers throughout this video, you'll probably understand that, yeah, this thing does pack quite a punch and is a cut above basically all of the other rifles in the game, probably even the handmade rifle, but not really for ammo efficiency, or not for ammo capacity reasons, I should say. So that is about it for our M416 there. It's a pretty decent weapon mod. It's got solid animations, the sounds are pretty good, I guess, and the weapon's performance is great too. So we'll just pick a fight with that deer, and now he's dead. Okay, so also I might as well plug my mods at this point. All of the characters that are in my fire team right now, including the one I'm playing as, is available for a companion mod. But if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you've already known that. And I'm guessing I don't pull in a lot of people who aren't subscribed into these videos, so I'll just say, yeah, you can download them on all platforms, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's about it for that one. Thank you for watching, guys.